Next, let's queer up South Florida and Florida. Ron DeSantis and Disney war ends as settlement agreement is reached. In Florida, a dispute between Republican Governor Ron DeSantis and Disney has ended with a settlement. This resolution concludes nearly 2 years of legal battle over the governance of Walt Disney World's overseeing district. The Central Florida Tourism Oversight District's board members approved the settlement on Wednesday. According to the 6-page settlement, Disney agreed to temporarily halt its appeal of a court ruling, aiming to negotiate a new growth plan with tax district officials. Additionally, Disney agreed to cease litigation against the tax district in state court. Governor DeSantis hailed the settlement as a validation of the state's actions. The disagreement in question arose after DeSantis criticized Disney for its opposing the state's controversial education law. In 2022, Disney openly opposed Florida's Don't Say Gay law, limiting discussions on the sexual orientation and gender identity in schools. In response, Governor DeSantis, with backing from the Republican-led legislature, appointed new board members to the district, challenging Disney's influence. In January, a federal judge dismissed Disney's lawsuit against DeSantis and his appointees. Before DeSantis took control, Disney was granted significant authority over design and construction at Disney World through an agreement. However, members appointed by DeSantis argued against such authority. Disney then responded by seeking judicial confirmation of the legality and enforceability of the agreement. The recent settlement resolves this dispute. Disney and DeSantis. It was only a matter of time, though, because he raged this war from the get-go, and even with him, he picked the wrong people to basically go against.
Yeah, well, and it seems like it's kind of in some ways like, I don't know if this is the right analogy, but the perfect storm to lead to a stalemate.
Yeah, it's not a victory for either.
It's not a victory for either, but yet DeSantis is still claiming victory.
Of course he is. He's running with it, of course.
Well, he needs that right now because in the polls, this has hurt him dramatically.
Yes.
Yeah.
So this is the best he could hope for.
But is anybody else just sickened at the thought of him thinking that he's got victory?
The thought of him thinking makes me nauseous.
Sorry.
But could it be that the federal, the state ruling on the Don't Say Gay law happened, and so Disney doesn't really have anything anymore.
Right.
DeSantis doesn't have anything more. In fact, the chairperson of the Oversight District stepped down, who was a DeSantis person, and the new person came in, and that's the day after when they reached the settlement.
But this is a challenge for me. I mean, it's still a very new discussion, so I don't know all the details, but the only thing that I think could hurt Disney is, they had that tax district, which they're the only major corporation in the state, because 4 or 5 other major corporations like the Daytona racetrack has it, and a bunch of others. Do they get that tax issues back, and do they have the right to build when they want, where they want, how they want?
I think this is a reset button, and everyone said, okay, we're going to play nice now.
Okay.
They better.
But we'll see.
They better.
Yeah.
Don't make me take my belt off.